Oh shit, what's up, Sinclair? What's going on, y'all? Y'all let me know if everything's coming through clearly. I wanted to check back in with you guys. Show that a brother is still alive. Let me know if the stream is looking all right, because I'm not really getting an idea if the streams look good and you can hear me good. Let me know if it's buffering crazy at all or anything like that. Alright. Let's see how much of a fan base I got left. I know I been gone for a minute, but I promised myself I wasn't going to come back live again until I got my own course done. I got tired of pushing other people's shit, and it was time to push my own shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had one of the brothers who's connected with the nation. He's like, man, you know, I've been watching your shit and you pushing all everybody else shit. Where's your shit at? I'm like, God damn. He's right. I'm pushing everybody else shit. Where's my... I mean, you must have learned something after all this time you've been on talking about money and, you know, financial literacy and, you know, bonds, stocks. Where's your shit at? He's like, damn, and it really hit me. Shout out to everybody coming into the chat room, man. I appreciate y'all, man. For after as long as I've been gone, I'm even happy that I have one person in here as long as I've been gone. But I promised myself I wasn't going to do my show again until I finish my own course. So that when I come back live, let me cut off the music. When I come back live again, I don't have to push other people's shit, especially when I know their shit don't work. It don't work. I'm the only trader now with a course that has a money back guarantee. If it don't work, I'll give you your money back. I'll give you your money back. And that's the link on the screen. But again, I am only doing spread trading now. I don't do any penny stocks. You guys know. If you follow me on Twitter, you already know how I'm trading now. I mean, you already know how I'm trading. You already know the money coming in like stupid. It's ridiculous how much money's coming in now. But then again, that's all, you know, all because of the fact that I'm just not, you know, I'm not into that gambling that I was doing for a long time. Then I've realized just, you know, it's better to be on the promoting side. Shout out to everybody coming in. Damn, all these people coming into the chat room. I'm surprised. I literally was ready to do a show for one person. I was ready to do a show for one person. I didn't think that, you know, after, 4 months, 5 months, that I would have this many people back in this room like this. I knew it was going to take time to get my show cracking again. And I don't know why my name is the Simple Trading Method. I don't know when that changed. But okay, I'll probably change that a little later. But I appreciate all of y'all in the chat room, man. Let's get it cracking. I've been telling you guys that this China deal, let's get it cracking because I want to provide you guys with value. I hope you guys have been trading my 10, 25 moving average strategy, or at least been making money whatever strategy you're using. I've told you that 10, 25 is a beast. It will make you money. It will make you money, whatever time frame you use. Michael Black, shout out Donzel Essex. God damn. Sinclair, what's going on? Henry, what's up, man? Alex Flores, Jim Gray. God damn, all y'all old folks still in the building. I appreciate all of y'all, man. One Mark DC. God damn. Nigga still showing love. I appreciate y'all, man. The Democratic debates. Okay, I forgot the debates are on. I don't know why the Democrats even bother. You're not gonna beat Trump. Yeah, y'all better stop acting like this country ain't racist. Y'all not gonna win. Shit. All he got to do this time is like the day before the election, say the N-word. He'll win. That's all you got to do. I don't care what the polls say. I need to stop playing around. And then I'm seeing here that the one who's leading the candidate race right now is the dude who's got a husband. Yeah, y'all ain't going to win, man. I'm going to tell y'all right now, y'all not going to win. These churches in the hood will have everybody on that bus on election day. And again, this show ain't about that. I'm going to get into that later. But if you think a man with a husband is going to win the vote of the black community, you done lost your mind. Oh, Poker Pro? Okay, Alex, I didn't know you were Poker Pro. Okay, that's what's up, man. Got 2 Alexes in the building. Please make more videos. Okay, cool, man. I appreciate y'all, man, because I know I switched up my trading style a little bit. Because the penny plays weren't slapping, man. Let's keep it 100, man. The penny plays weren't slapping. And if they were, they'd slap for like a day or two. I'd get an email. See, that's the thing. You guys weren't seeing it. I'd get an email like, God damn, Sal, I lost $2,000. And I'm just like, fuck. And I feel it, man, because I know how it feels to, like, you really want to make money and then you're setting a trade and it don't go right. And like every fucking trade you make, it's not working. Literally, it's like the word is out that you bought the stock and now everybody wants to sell. I know how that feels, man. So now I decided that I'm going to push a strategy that teaches people how to, I think it doesn't matter if it goes up or down or sideways. We're still going to make a buck. I think that's better. Somebody try to call me. Somebody try to hit the money line. I thought I just got a missed call. Let me finish the monologue real quick. We'll take calls here in a bit. But yeah, the Democrats are on right now. Yeah, they just wasting time. Right now, unless you've been living under a rock, Apple is a beast. You got a lot of FOMO going on right now in Apple. I had a trade in Apple, and I posted that on Twitter. You saw me lose $2,000, and then I came back and got 1,400 of it back. 1,400 of it back in some spreads. Made another quick 500, 600 today on Apple. Look on my Twitter for that. But on my course, I'm actually teaching you how to do spreads on futures options. 1091, call me back in a bit. Let me do some talking real quick. Because when guys call up, then we kind of go left. But right now, I just want to get to us talking about some tickers and stuff like that. So we got a lot of FOMO going on right now in Apple. If I were to extend this chart back, let me probably put a weekly chart here. That'd be better. There you go. If you saw my video in Apple where I talked about how I felt like 250 was going to be the wall, and it did work that way. Unfortunately, though, I forgot that the Apple Plus, I believe it's called Apple Plus, or some kind of Apple streaming service, was coming out the day after earnings. So Apple knew that earnings were horrible, because they were horrible. I don't care what anybody says. Those earnings on Apple were horrible. They were horrible, right? Apple is up 61%. We saw Apple generate 1% EPS growth. Doesn't, no, right? If it was any other company, it'd be selling off like what Home Depot is doing right now. Home Depot, same numbers. Up 44%, on the year, 1% earnings growth. That's not based on the valuation alone. You can't justify that at all. So it's doing what Home Depot is supposed to do, sell off. Again, another ticker I made money on today. Check out my Twitter. Apple should be doing the same thing. It should be doing the same thing. They came out and said that the iPhone is now less than 50% of revenue and falling. They're losing money. I mean, they're not losing money on the iPhone, but the iPhone is losing momentum in terms of people going out and buying the iPhone. If you have any access to young people, or you're around any young people, or heck, in your just circle, the iPhone just really is not, it's not really popping like that. It's not really popping like that. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, you knew what the difference was. It was really obvious. The camera, the UI, everything just on that phone from whatever was out, it was just night and day. But now, I mean, you looking at some of these Note 10s. I went and I looked at the phone. I looked at the Pro. I went and got the Note 10. I'm making videos right off the Note 10. The quality of the phone, it's just really, in my opinion, I don't see a difference. And I've had 7s, 8s. I had the 7, I had the 8. So Apple has now created a new strategy, and that strategy is to go into the services business. So look for a large drop to happen in Apple. I don't want to say soon, but eventually. That's why using a moving average strategy is going to be very important on Apple. It's going to be very important on Apple because once that falls off, you're going to be able to take advantage of that. All right. Gosh, why does this keep going on this screen? 1091, bro. I don't know who's calling at 1091, but I'm gonna let you know. Call back later. I don't know who. I'm gonna take your call, 1091. Don't worry. I'm gonna take your call. I don't know why it keeps showing up on my other screen though. It's annoying. But we got a lot of FOMO in that right now, and it's squeezing people. It's squeezing a lot of people. But if you want to get involved in that and you just can't wait, then going out into January or even February and selling, some 285 calls, 290, 295, if that has any meat on it right now, which it should. I can check bar chart, and of course you can check your broker. But that would be a pretty lucrative trade. And it's got good time value on it to where if it doesn't go your way over the next 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, you can dump it and it'll still have quite a bit of value on top of that. All right. These new trades that I'm talking about that we're taking and generating, $600, $700, $800, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 over the course of 30 days because it offers us high probability. Someone's saying Verb is about to take off. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at Verb. All right, so let me squeeze in here. Here's the 3-day. Okay. Here's the daily. See, I can't. I really can't fuck with a stock that's not over the 10 moving average, man. If you're not even above the 10 moving average, sure, if you want to buy this here, I need you to be above a moving average that's showing that other people are coming in here and buying this thing, man. I don't the days of buying to get in and hoping everybody else comes behind you. Sure, for a lot of people that still works, but I don't want to do that anymore. And I don't want to suggest people do that. So let's, you can pull up a chart, show it. This one is at least above the 25, right? Well, just above the 25 moving average. Actually, just below it. Just below it by literally a fraction of a penny. So that's somewhat positive of a thing. And again, I don't know what the news is going on in Verb. But let's not, let's not put traders in these hope and, pray and hope type of plays. We want to be in plays that are going to be in money, be in the money relatively soon. And it's okay not to be early. I really feel like that. It's okay not to be early. You don't have to be the first person in a room to leave the bar with the girl. Am I right? When you're in a bar, it's actually good not to be the first person at the bar, the first person at the party. You know what I mean? I think trading stocks is almost the same way. You know what I mean? You want to have that moving average confirm your sentiment and then make your move. Somebody says Disney for 155. Man, Disney is a buy, bro. Disney is a buy. I looked at what they got on that streaming platform. Disney is a slamming buy. Disney will be going higher. If you have not, everybody who's got Verizon, you can get the Disney streaming service free of charge. Go sign up for it. You cannot tell me that Disney is not a buy if you spend an hour on that platform, man. Disney is a screaming buy. They're saying that maybe it could be maybe 15 to 20 million people on this service by the end of the year. Wasn't it about 10 million have already signed up? They're saying 10 million have already signed up. Somebody can confirm that for me. And if you're not a believer in that, then you better believe that I'm looking at Netflix. This 311 is going to be really interesting here because I want to see if it breaks out of this 311. Then, the next stop, 366, it's going to be really interesting to see because, it's had a hard time, when it gets into this area here, that 311 to 234 area. But a breakout above this could get real nice, man. Could get real nice. But Netflix, that's another one that didn't show very promising numbers out of earnings, but yet here we see it, running here, or at least over the last 2.5 weeks. Stockenfeld, he said 10 million. Yeah, they're not playing with you, man. They're not playing with you. David, you said I have my video set to adult. Shout out to David Lincoln. Yeah, man, I don't want to. I don't want, I don't really want to watch people, under the age of 18 watching me because, sometimes I go on my tangents about titties and pussy and, so yeah, I don't want people under the age of 18 watching me. And personally, it comes with a lot of, because you got to sign like a waiver and all that now, right? If you're making content that you're saying that people under the age of 18 can watch. And what they're doing now is that if you sign up, all right, and I'm not getting taken left here. I just want to answer David here. If you mark that you're safe for under 18 content and you violate a rule, you're out of there. Your channel's deleted and gone. So, YouTubers got to be careful with that. If you want to be under 18 proof or safe, then it better be A-OK through and through. but I want to be able to talk about titties, because I love titties. Disney is super undervalued compared to Netflix. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at that PE on Disney. I think it's like 23 or something, right? It's like 22, 23. You know, I wouldn't go out and call Disney a tech company yet, but I mean, it's this is they've got an incredible warehouse of intellectual property that now is monetized. Now it's monetized in a way that has incredible scale. I mean, this you got to understand, it's not even international yet. And we understand that our stock market trades not only on, earnings in terms of what they're making now, but future earnings as well, right? The future possibility of X amount of dollars being generated by the company. So, you're talking about the reach. How valuable is Mickey Mouse in Singapore and Australia? You say you're thinking about dumping a Netflix account. Netflix is sometimes hit or miss. I know, the longer you have it, the harder it takes to you to find something interesting. The longer you have it, the harder, the longer it takes to find something interesting. And it gets to a point where you just start watching things you've already seen. Or you just start taking risk by like, okay, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to watch it. All right. AMD is a buy. I like that. AMD is a buy. I like AMD right now. Absolutely. Look at AMD on the weekly chart. That's been slamming, man. Again, 10-25 moving average strategy. I'm not a call dude. I can't buy calls to save my life. But I love selling put options. And it's basically the same way. Basically the same thing, selling put options. So, you can sell, put options on AMD. Personally, again, the futures market is more lucrative. But I'll introduce that over time. But selling put options has been incredibly lucrative on AMD. And selling put options basically means that you are making money on a position as the stock goes up in value, because put options then lose value as the stock goes up. Yeah, I put that out on Twitter. This is the time to do it. Again, our federal government has decided to purchase $85 billion worth of treasuries every month. All right? So while the government is running around telling you they can't afford health care for all, they can't afford to give your school better this and better that, we're buying $85 billion in treasuries every month to keep asset prices artificially inflated. And there's some wicked shit behind that. See, here's what they're trying to do. They're putting wealthy people in a position to where they are they would go out and just buy all the valuable assets. So even if the market crashes and they lose a shitload of money, they still own everything that's valuable. See, that's basically what they're doing. But what's been going on is that for the most part, they're not purchasing valuable property. They're not reinvesting the cheap money that they should be using to create jobs and invest in people, right? Increase wages. There's virtually no wage growth over the last 10 years. Virtually no wage growth. The job creation that has been happening is basically MIC jobs. MIC jobs. Most of them don't pay any or little health insurance. They don't provide you enough to really generate a 401k. Someone said the sound is off. Is the sound off? Hello? Hello? Is the sound off? If the sound is off, refresh and let me know. All right. Let me know if the sound is off. You said my voice is deep as fuck? Okay, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me unplug my mic real quick. 1 second. I sound like, oh, fuck. Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. All right. Is this better or no? Okay. All right. So, okay, good, good. I just unplugged my mic and plugged it back in. Okay. God damn, I was flowing. So, oh man, I was flowing. Want to know? I don't even know what I. Okay. Y'all got me nervous because y'all know I don't like being embarrassed in front of white folks. So I don't even know where I was at. You know, white folks have a habit of making you feel like, oh shit, god damn it, you got to come correct, you know, in front of white people. You know what I mean? Oh man, yeah, okay, yes, the rich are buying all the assets, absolutely. So, you know, the rich, they're not investing, so that's why it's not showing up in the data that matters. You're not seeing any wealth growth in the middle class and in poor people. You're not seeing that. Instead, what's happening is that they're buying art, or were buying art. Now that's even slowing down. They were purchasing real estate, investing in real estate funds that were basically gentrifying the hood, putting out millions of people into situations where they got to move further out of town. And that hurts local employment. All right. So it's there are going to be repercussions for that, and those repercussions haven't yet hit our our economy just yet, but it will soon. It will soon. It definitely will soon. Watch housing data. It's already slowing, but we still had a pretty good housing starts number out recently. So, but we do see already that the consumer is slowing. We already seeing some slowing, particularly in retail. That's been happening for some time, but the most recent number showed, that there is some buying going on. Amazon came out and said that this, is probably going to be one of their weakest. So, and that's why we're seeing that in their stock price. That's why we're seeing that in their stock price. Somebody says market manipulation. Yeah, but when you start talking market manipulation, that people think you're putting on your loony hat. You know what I'm saying? That tinfoil hat on. But that's, it is what it is. I mean, again, we have a Federal Reserve that is going out and artificially keeping asset prices high. All right. And you got to understand, wealthy people, they borrow against their investments. See, you can't do that. You can't walk into a bank and say, I own 500 shares of AMD. I'd like to, because these people have multi-million-dollar positions, right? So when the market goes down, that loan could get called in. Right? If you got a $15.5 million, let's just go for one, $15 million position, and now it's down 2.5-3 million, the bank can say, hey man, I'm a little worried about this asset protected position you have here, and I appreciate it if they could accelerate the loan. Like, hey, I need my money back. I need my money back. And then, of course, That was one of the reasons why we had the situation back in December, October, November of 2018. Remember that? You had Jim Cramer acting a damn fool on TV. They know nothing. They know nothing. Ah! Acting like a goddamn fool. Because his handlers told him to go out there and talk crazy, man. How dare you raise interest rates? Right? Because that's what the federal government was trying to do. The Fed, Jerome Powell, he said, look, we've had 10 years of cheap money. It's time to bring some value back into the dollar so normal, everyday people can have some buying power again. What happened? Stock prices came down. Why? Because companies that have spent the last 8.5, 9 years, 10 years, leveraging their balance sheets with toxic debt, all right, now have to readjust those loans or pay on those loans. Many of them they can't afford to pay. All right. That's why you're seeing RUT do what it's doing right now. Look at the Russell 2000. All right. Pull up the Russell 2000. Put up RUT. Put it up next to QQQ and SPY. Why aren't we seeing a breakout in the Russell 2000? Because those companies aren't wealthy enough to do buybacks. See? Those companies don't have the extra capital to be able to do what Apple does, which is buy $18 billion of its own stock every 3 months. Every 90 days, and you can Google it. I'm not making this shit up. You can Google this. Apple buys $18 billion of stock in itself. Now, I do want to let you know, stock buybacks were illegal for a very long time. But Mr. Wall Street, Barack Obama, I told you that, I was saying it from day one that Obama was, that he's not African, but he's, again, that's who, man. 20 years from now, the expose, somebody's going to release a real expose on Obama, and it's just going to blow everybody's mind. But if you really know, and if you really do your research on who Barack Obama really is, I mean, you already know all this stuff, His whole cabinet was chosen by Citigroup, and I mean, it's we don't really know how much of a disaster he really was. Until somebody's really going to put it out there. RUT is IWM. Yeah. IWM is the derivative of RUT, actually. IWM is just the ETF of the index RUT, Russell 2000. Right. And then if you want to play it on the futures side, right, where you're going to get that 7-to-1 leverage, right, where you're going to get that 7-to-1 leverage where, $2,000 can control almost $15,000 of RUT, of RT. You use RTY, which is RTY. So I play it using that. All right, but right now we're trying to figure out whether you're going to get a breakout on this or whatnot. But as you can see, it's been in a very narrow channel there for some time. In fact, we can just pull up IWM because that's what you guys are used to seeing, between 142 and 158. And that's where it's pretty much been at. Because most, the smart money knows that this is just filled with toxic, debt. Those of you guys who follow bonds, you know that right now, BBB is America's credit standard for most corporate bonds. It's BBB, which is horrible. If you came 40 years ago, you avoided BBB corporate debt. But that's where most corporate debt is at. Corporate bonds are trading at BBB. If they attack them, I don't want to. I don't think so. I don't think we want that kind of smoke, man. We don't want that kind of smoke. With the Chinese, I don't think we want that. I mean, look how quickly we backed off of Iran. They shot off a couple missiles, took down a couple drones, and then we was like, "Ooh, okay, y'all can see us at night. Okay, we're good. We're good." Look how we backed off of Iran, man. We don't want that smoke with China. You know what I'm saying? Look how we backed off of Iran. Now they don't even talk about Iran anymore. They found out that they got a real army over there. It's like, oh, okay, so y'all really got a real army. Okay, you really want to fight for this dude. They're not playing yet. That's why it was, Syria, Iraq. They couldn't see the enemy at night. So, you guys remember growing up, they'll have the special report and they'll show you all the missiles from the ship, and it was always when? At night. Come on, man. Y'all know how it was. You saw it. But when them Iranians, they went out to the sea and took a British ship, they just went, man, get your ass over here, man. They took a British ship hostage. And my Iranians are not fucking with you, man. Yeah, people can really fight. Like, oh, okay, okay. This is gonna be a real war. Okay, yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. You got to remember, America hasn't been in a real war since the Vietnam War. We haven't been in a real war. Most of our wars since then has just been punking people. You know what I mean? South America, here and there, Even Iraq, it wasn't really a real war like that. We went in there with 114 other countries. First Iraq war. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, what kind of sanctions would you put on China, though? You got to understand that China, and that's one of the reasons why the China, this whole China deal. I'm so sick and tired of talking China deal, because it's really a bunch of wealthy people begging to get access to own Chinese assets. I made a video about this because you got this clown who's going around. He was going around until I made that video. I made that video and they stopped putting them on that finance channel. See, I may have a relatively small voice, but they see my shit because I put their name in the title. See, you don't have to have 20,000 people watch your shit. YouTube gives you volume because you just put their name in the title. Kyle Bass, that's him. You put their name in the title, they're going to see it. Somebody who knows them is going, hey, look, hey, this nigger over here is talking about you. Well, what is he saying? Yeah, that you basically are trying to create a false narrative that China is playing unfair with us. And that's not the case. What you want to do is to have the right to acquire Chinese assets without any co-Chinese ownership. You want to be able to own TV stations in China without having anybody Chinese tell you what you can and can't put on the TV station. Tell the people the truth. That's what you want to do. This China deal is not going to benefit us as you and me sitting here talking. There's not going to be. That's what you want. And that kind of ownership comes and is available to only a specific class of people. The average everyday person in America is not going to own a business in China. That's just facts. Yeah, they want the right to show porn in China. to Chinese people. They want the right to put rap music in China because, again, most U.S. rap songs are banned in China because they know how toxic that shit is, man. They know how toxic that shit is. You know, it's the only country in the world where you have one group of people. Every city they live in this country, you go around, kill this nigga, fight this nigga, I'm going to kill you, nigga. I'm going to rape you. I'm going to fuck your girl. That, I mean, that's toxic, man. And the Chinese people are fair to say, man, shit, I don't want that here. I think that's fair for them to say that. Man, we don't really want that shit here, man. We're good. Here are the E-mini futures and these are the $5 futures. And again, these little $5 futures. You know, no PDT rule, by the way, when you trade futures. Again, check out my course. But Home Depot, yeah, we saw Home Depot. This is what Apple should be doing. This is what Apple should be doing. See how it slapped right on that 25 moving average? We're going to see whether or not it's going to bounce off that. I doubt it. I believe it could be headed back to 200. I believe it could be headed back to 200. In fact, if you put the Bollinger Bands, we're going straight down. Let me put the Keltner channel back on there. Oh, that's the Bollinger Band. Let me see. Keltner. Yeah, there we go. So we just passed the middle band. Just past the middle band. But if you went on the daily chart, there it is. So yeah, we should get, you know, it could open up lower, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see some dip buying next week in Home Depot. But y'all put some tickers in the chat room for me, man. Put some tickers in the chat room because again, I want to be providing you value. I don't want to just go on these tangents. I don't know if you guys are even interested when I be going on that. America colonizing China. Oh, absolutely. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do, man. That's exactly what they want to do. Because America knows that's how they get your mind, man. It's with media. See what I mean? It's with media. It's with art. That's how they get you. That's how they gotten the whole world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking ill or anything about it. I live in this country. I enjoy my freedoms here. But we got to keep it 100 with the people. You know, you can see what's going on in Hong Kong right now with this CIA-backed protest movement that's going on. It's the same thing that was going on in Libya and in Egypt. Y'all remember the quote-unquote Arab Spring? The same shit. Students going out there rioting. We want more riots. Come on, man. It's the same shit. They tried to get it popping in Venezuela. It didn't work. That's why they don't talk about Venezuela anymore, because they've realized most of the people actually really fuck with that guy. You know, they just got it done in Bolivia. You know, Bolivia, they were like, fuck it, man. These students suck. We're just going to go in there, pay off a couple generals. Got his ass up out of there. All right, let's take a look at UGAS. I saw UGAS. Yeah, it was really aggressive October into November because you had, well, Venezuela's already offline anyway, but you had OPEC come out late October talking about, you know, what they weren't going to produce, weren't not produce. Nat gas, UGAS, God, man. Again, I'm not feeling it, man, because again, it doesn't. My bad. Where's my moving arrow? Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, this looks. Are you looking to dip by UGAS or what? Bigger KH. I mean, when you're talking commodities, man, you have to have the fundamentals of what that macro environment, that picture. You got to have that picture drawn out. What is going on in natural gas that you feel that's a buy right now. Again, this is a leveraged product too, right? Yeah, is this a leveraged product? I'm not sure if it's leveraged or not. Is this one of those 2x, 3x ones? So you're going to have it right. QCOM. Boy, that was a runner last year, wasn't it? QCOM. All right. So QCOM with the RSI, cool. Yeah, this was a beast. What was that, April? Okay, I feel like that ran harder a lot, like last year sometime. Okay, yeah, it did. Okay, yeah. Oh no, that was yeah, I don't know why I feel like 2018 it did real big. Oh, that was 2018. Okay, yeah, there we go. September 2018. All right. Here's that 2019 move. Boy, yeah. QCOM's looking good, but I mean, yeah, that there could be a dip buy opportunity here soon. Just wait for those sellers to get out, man. Just wait for those sellers to get out of there. As you can see here, it does a really good job of hugging that 10 moving average. Again, this is the weekly chart, so we know that this is, it shows a lot of support here for those higher moving averages. So you got buyers here, and it's only time can tell if once this selling subsides, they're going to continue on. All right, here was the buy signal back on the 21st. All right, and boy, they did not waste no time. That thing moved. Let's look at the monthly. Absolutely. Put the Keltner channel back on. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. All right. If you know how the Keltner channel works, you understand that a pop above the Keltner channel is confirmation of bullish sentiment, and it's typically followed up by a continuation of the trend, right? Now, when the stock goes too far out of the channel, there's a high probability that it will move back into the channel. All right. So now what you're seeing is that QCOM, at least again, this is a monthly, so this is over the last month, well out of the Keltner channel, so that was a high probability for a short. As you can see here, every time it pops a bit too far from that higher band, that's a high probability short. I mean, it's clear as day throughout. I mean, you can go through the time frame, and sometimes, yeah, look, there's a fake. I mean, there's some fakes out here, but eventually the stock will come back into that band. All right. It's not a 99% thing, but you will see that breach continue on where it will ride the band higher. I mean, you can pull up SPY and you can pull up some other tickers to see that. But this is clearly still a buying opportunity. Clearly still a buying opportunity. But you want to particularly if you're going to be in a trade for a while, you don't want to buy here. It's always good to be a buyer, relatively close to the moving average, so that right, because it acts as almost like a stop loss. Okay, all right, this didn't work. Or because if you purchase here and it comes down, test, and then continues to go higher, that's where you should have been. That's where your entry should have been, because that's the support. You're buying, not saying it can't go up, because as you can see here, I mean, you go back to August, you would have bought there, you still would have been a higher. So you're taking a risk either way. But the real money was being bought near support, and that support is the moving average. All right. And again, this is on the monthly chart. And I'm guessing if that's your time frame or not, I don't know how long you want to hold this thing. I know so many of you guys are still, day trading, which has a very low probability of success. But hey, do your thing. I saw a trader the other day. I don't want to say his name, but I did an interview with him like 2 years ago. We spent an hour together on the channel. Couldn't tell me what his strategy was. And he said, "Oh yeah, I made $70,000 yesterday." And I'm like, "Okay, but this dude is selling the 250. You said he made $70, quote unquote, $70,000 trading, and he sells a $250 trading course." And I'm like, how do people actually believe that shit? How do people actually believe that shit? If you make $70,000 a day, or if you just made $70,000, the ROI of having a website where you teach people how to trade, it doesn't make sense if you can make $70,000 trading in a day. The ROI of the time and effort required, it doesn't make sense. But people believe that shit. We had another guy who just got exposed. What was that? Almost a month or two ago. He makes videos about penny stocks, and people exposed him for paper trading. Come to find out, dude was pretending like he was trading live, and they busted his ass. That it was a paper trading account. Again, not gonna say his name because I don't want the drama, but it's embarrassing to see. Shout out to Roku. Roku was an amazing play. We gave you the trade on Roku. I put out a trade letting you know that this was, you can go back and watch that Roku video. That Roku is a 140 to 160 stock. I said that almost 2 months ago now. And we got into an iron condor on Roku, and man, it just sold off like a bitch. That thing sold off like nothing else. I mean, I think I got in like right here on an iron condor, and that thing just went doom. Somebody came out, Charter Communications, which is another stock that's on fire, CHTR, but it's really old-fashioned, e-liquid options and all that. But they came out and said they were going to give out free set-top boxes to all their internet people. So, whatever reason, that made everybody want to dump Roku. And sure enough, you can see that $195, $98 entry. Boy, you've damn near doubled your money from the beginning of October in Roku. You've almost damn near doubled your money. Alex, Roku is a slamming buy. Roku is a buy. Roku's a winner. Roku is a winner. They make a box with a beautiful UI. They don't create any content. They only arbitrage other people's content, allow them to use the set-top box, and it's a beautiful business. The business just makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense, man. It's a wonderful business. Roku is a slamming buy, man. I could see Roku easily at 170, 185. Go look at marketbeat.com. I know they got price targets on that. Some guys going out as far as 200. I wouldn't go there, but Roku's a buy. Absolutely. ACB, is that a marijuana play? Marijuana is no. Marijuana is it's over. It's game over for marijuana, man. Game over for marijuana. And I'm gonna tell you why. They've figured out that Americans really don't smoke weed as much as people thought they do. We created a culture around the movies and films about weed. and created like this idea that everybody is just going to be ready to smoke. And then they found out really people don't really, it's not as big as what people thought it was. It's just not. The numbers didn't match up, man. The numbers didn't match up to the expected market that many of these companies sold to investors. And you can go look, you can go read their own filings and they'll tell you that. It's not me making this up. Go read their own filings. It's not saying that there's no demand. It's the demand for the products. It's just that not the demand to make these companies worth investing in at the expectations that they sold people. You know what I'm saying? 2, the current state environment in regards to legislation is also hampering the business. They're not able to really do business like they want to. For example, in certain states, they can't advertise in certain ways. All right? I believe in Michigan, they can't do not that billboards are that hot, but they can't do that kind of advertising. Right? So there are a lot of ways that the business is being hampered by certain legislation. I get you legendary 8s, but the business is also being hampered. Someone's saying people just don't pay for overpriced weed when they can continue buying from their dealer. That's true too. That's true too. But then that again goes back to, is marijuana, can it really be commoditized in a way that it can trade on a major stock exchange, and be sold like tobacco was sold? Because that's basically what they want to get to. They want to get to British tobacco type thing, where you're this company and you trade on a major exchange, you pay dividends, that's the expectation, right? I mean, that's where they want to go. But in the end, is this business too small for that? Is it too easy of an entry that it may not be worth putting into a stock? Somebody said they need stronger weed and lower prices. Yeah, I've heard that the marijuana they sell isn't cheap. If you guys remember, I showed a video almost a year or two ago. This company, it was an OTC stock that was selling $600 blunts. $650 blunts. Some of you guys may remember that. But these cannabis stocks, man, people have lost a lot of money on these cannabis stocks, man. Y'all remember this? This was a big thing in the OTC world, 2012, 2014. What was hotter than MJ stocks, man? What was hotter than that? You say he tripping on that? Yeah, it's a company that sells $600 blunts. I think that video is still on YouTube. They have their own page and everything. Somebody can find the name of that company. It probably still trades. Was it? Nah, I don't think it was. Was it KGJI? I don't think so. I don't remember. No, that's Kingo. Yeah, that's something else. That's that stock that I thought was going to be something, but come to find out their books were all fake. Remember, they said they had $1 billion in gold. Come to find out they didn't have shit. It says $600 blunts. Time to upgrade to Coke. Hilarious. He said all MJ companies should just merge. Yeah, I mean, It's just sad. It's just really sad at the end of the day. The company that sells $5 blunts would immediately become a Fortune 500 company. Yeah, I mean, to sell $5 blunts, that goes back to what Adam said about all companies should merge. That's the only way you sell $5 blunts and be able to generate $1 billion valuation that would be able to entertain, fund money. Because you can sell $5 blunts, $150, $200 million valuation. You're on OTC markets, man. Nobody's going to fuck with you. You're not big enough to get the real capital. So it's going to have to be large. It's going to have to be a multi-state operation. It's going to have to be an operation that's got, it's going to have to be an environment where federal protections, don't hinder the business. It's just got a lot of problems, man. A lot of problems. Yeah, somebody saying stronger edibles. Do the edibles actually sell, though? Do the edibles sell? And plus you go to these weed shops, man, and they watch you so hard, man. God damn. I went back home to Michigan, and I, walking with somebody in there, and they watching us hard, man. The product is in glass. How are you still watching me like that? I mean, yeah, they had the little accessories around, but hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got a nigger in all five, a nigger in all five. That's how I felt. Damn, $250 million isn't good enough. No, it's not for, again, we are the largest capital market in the world, right? And most transparent as well. What sector is hot during the holiday season? E-commerce. Easy. E-commerce. That's why a lot of people are disappointed in what's going on in Amazon right now. But look up Target, man. Pull up TGT. You know what I mean? Y'all been missing out on that Target, man. Y'all been missing out on Target, Walmart. These things have been beasted, man. Look at Target, man. They're not playing with you, man. Walmart. What else? Costco. They're not playing games, man. These companies that got a retail e-commerce based focused business, they've been hot, man. They've been hot. Give me some mid-cap e-commerce names. I'm not familiar at the mid-cap level for e-commerce. There's a lot of free money. There's free money being given away right now with the federal government purchasing treasuries. It's kind of a risk to go to the mid-cap, small-cap level because, again, these companies can't borrow to buy their own stock. Again, understand, many of these companies are using their own capital to buy their own stock at the large-cap level because interest rates are so cheap that they don't have to use cash. They can go and borrow to fund purchases, right? So now I don't really have to use cash. I can actually take cash and I can buy my stock. So that's why, personally, I don't see why you would go mid-cap when there's so much cheap money coming into to Costco, to Walmart, to Target. Well, Target's a little overbought now. That I'd rather be in those places because I know they're going higher. I know they're going higher. Walmart's about to looking like it's about to cool off. I had a 125. Shout out to people who jumped on my Walmart trade. Again, you can pull up the video. I'm putting up the trades before I even do them, man. because I'm letting people know I'm the real deal with these spreads. BJ's is a sleeping giant. Let's take a look at BJ's. Oh, is this a restaurant? Is that a restaurant? Somebody saying PEI and Tiva. I see your bigger cage. See, all right, you're about to get a turn up. I mean, I love, when I'm seeing a stock that's kind of been beaten up. Again, this is a weekly chart. You're seeing a stock that's beaten up. Now you got those higher lows showing up in RSI. So you got to see a continuation of this, right? You got to see a continuation of this. This is a very similar setup that I remember catching myself in GLD. In GLD. And I believe, let me go back to the daily. Was at the daily chart way back when. Right, where you see a stock that's kind of been beaten up, and then you get these lower highs, and you're like, oh wow, okay, this might be going in a different direction. I remember doing that. So that system does work, man. But again, you got to get confirmation, bro. You got to get confirmation. All right, that's the only thing. You got to get confirmation. Right, BJS. All right. So far, I mean, what you wanted to see is happening, right? This is the 10 moving average. It's hugging it up. Is that, yeah, that's BJ. Is that what you told me, BJRI? Is that a different ticker or what? That is the right ticker, right, BJ? Were you talking about the restaurant or this wholesale club? Get back to me on that. Look at the SPY. Well, we got to see what happened today. You remember what happened today is the China deal fell apart. And you should have known it fell apart yesterday when the U.S. Senate voted in support. Well, basically just kind of put out a proclamation that they were supporting the CIA-backed protesters in Hong Kong. That right there was all you needed to know that China deal was off. It had been off. It had been off. That's the biggest slap in the face. And if you know Asian people, they're all about saving face. That's a thing in Asia. Asian people are very, very, very particular about how other people see them. They're very big on outside affirmation, right? So it's very important how other people view them and take them. So for the U.S. government to say that they support on writing these CIA-backed protesters in Hong Kong, it was a slap in the face, and we empowered the hardliners over there. We empowered the hardliners over there. So this China deal is about done, man. You got to understand, Chinese people, they don't even see people from Hong Kong as Chinese. I need y'all to understand that. Chinese people, they don't see people from Hong Kong as Chinese. Now, many people in China will go to Hong Kong to do business and whatnot, but actual Hong Kong people, they look at them almost like foreigners. They don't even look at them as like real Chinese people. It's some deep ass shit. So they look at people from Hong Kong as a threat to their territorial integrity, man. Here's Shop. I'm not sure what that was, probably on the daily chart. Shop looking like a sell here. What's going on with Shopify? Been a minute since I checked up on Shopify. I don't know what that was about. But Shopify looks like again, this is another company that was on a tear. You probably have to read up on what earnings are looking like here, but again, Again, I love these higher time frames because we get confirmation of price action when you have as much data as we see on a weekly or a monthly chart. All right. All right, 1091. I'm gonna get you in a minute. Let me get these people. Let me get these people. Tickers real quick. But yeah, let's see if shop looking like trying to get it back above that 10 moving average. What's going on, Kenny Dutton? Puts on spies what you're playing in next week's. Yeah, I mean, I think selling. But here's the thing though, today's sell-off, once that was announced, wasn't as aggressive as I thought it should be, based on the news. Remember, the expectation, though, is that these tariff increases that are supposed to happen on December 15th, I think our hands are weak, and we're going to end up dropping that. We're going to end up dropping that promise to increase tariffs on China on December 15th. I think we got weak hands. I think America has weak hands in this situation, and we're going to drop that. I think we love higher stock prices too much to do right by us, by the American people. That tariff money has been good money. The money that's already been coming in, it's been good money, and the administration does appreciate that, irregardless of the fact that, unfortunately, it's not making any dent to our federal deficit, right? We're already we just passed $23 trillion. And projection for $30 billion in less than 5 years, which is really sad. I mean, that we are spending money like this, because what we're doing is really just putting our future generations in a bind that they will, not be able to get themselves out of relatively easily. There's going to be massive cost cutting, and in that kind of environment, only the poor and the middle class pay, because they lose programs and services. Put on Macy's, man. I told you. Man, look, the money has been made on Macy's a long time ago. If you had watched my show, I told you about Macy's a long time ago. The money's been made in Macy's. I mean, you can still do something here, but that new CEO they have, he's actually improving the balance sheet. So be careful there, man. That new CEO they have over there at Macy's, he's actually getting some work done, man. He's getting some work done around there. Yeah. October has been an amazing month for stock prices. It's been an amazing month. But again, it all coincides with the fact that, back in October, November, we're in November right now, but back in September, late September, again, the Fed came out and said that they were going out and buying treasuries again. All right. So as long as the government is going to continue to buy assets to prop up bonds, to prop up yields, then you got to stay long these large caps until the price action changes, until you start seeing, a Walmart, you start seeing, or they come out and tell you, you got to stay. NVIDIA, somebody's talking NVIDIA. Yeah, I mean, what's going on here? Here's 2019 for NVIDIA. Yeah, I would definitely. This looks good, man. NVIDIA actually looks really good. Let's go out a month. Yeah, NVIDIA looks like it's on fire, boy. I mean, again, you can just look, September. All right. Fed came out and said they were going to do what they want to do. And look, all that cheap money coming right back into NVIDIA, man. It's becoming a beast again. Like, literally, here's October of 2018, right? They come out and said we're raising interest rates. Then we spend basically all of 2018, Nvidia is doing relatively nothing. They turn the jets back on and Nvidia is going back higher. Yeah, I would long AMD. I'd long Nvidia. Look at the plays that were running in 2017 to 2018, and I'll just jump back in a lot of those. You know, where's Facebook at? Facebook is another monster, man. Where's Microsoft at, man? You know, I don't look at that. Look at Microsoft, man. They're not playing with you, man. Look at this. Now, I think you're overbought a little bit on Microsoft. Yeah, you should start seeing some kind of price. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, so you're starting to see now some cool. You're gonna start seeing a bit of cooling off here on Microsoft. This would probably be a perfect time for a bear call spread at like 160. You can go out to January and try to see some 160, 160s, and see if there's any value up there. See if there's any value up there, and sell those. Again, when you sell a bear call spread, you're betting that the stock could go up a little bit. It could go up. It can go sideways or go straight down. You're going to make money, but it's not going to cross 160. I love doing bear call spreads on overbought stocks. It's a great way to make money. And again, I teach that on my course at millionairetradingacademy.com. What I think about cold? Oh, okay. I think somebody had put that in the chat room. I didn't know what that was at first. Shout out to all the people in the room right now, man. Again, I was telling people that earlier. I'm so grateful that 40 people in here for as long as I've been gone. I appreciate it. I was ready to do a show for one person. Whatever ticker they wanted. I know it's been a long time. But I know the people are hungry for, just to hear a different voice talk about stocks. Because I know some of these motherfuckers are boring as hell on YouTube. Y'all know that clown Financial Education? God damn, I don't know how people listen to him. Hello, subscribers. Oh, my God. Oh, my trade in Amazon just went for $2,000. Oh, my God. Nigga, will you calm down? Shit. I know he doesn't trade for real, man. I don't care what anybody say. Nobody can tell me that Financial Education is a real trader. I won't believe you. Because people who they don't even carry themselves in that kind of way. He said Ricky I don't like. I mean, Ricky, I think he can really trade. My thing is, like, you just have to understand that he started with his parents' money. So me personally, I've said this many times, I can't respect a person like that. I love people who get it from the mud. You know what I mean? I don't really have respect for, people who got, their parents gave them money and they double up. Hell, man, my parents gave me $150,000. I'd double that too. Remember, investing is about scale. 10% a month on 100 G's is a lot of money than 10% on $1,000. You know what I mean? So I got respect for people who get it out the mud. He said Tim Sykes. Yeah, man. God, I every time I hear that name, I just want to go back in time because I used to think this nigga was just like, oh my God, Tim Sykes. Oh, Tim. Oh, Tim. Oh my God, Tim. Oh. Everybody's Tim Sykes. Woo. And I see the same kind of energy. I see the same kind of energy when I look at his videos because it's people who just learning about the stock market for the first time. So I mean, you see that kind of energy. You know what I mean? And then when I realized, this nigga ain't about shit. Then you start to figure out how it works on your own. When you start actually trading and you realize, shit, I gotta find shares to borrow and all these shitty brokers who don't use. I can't use this broker because they don't got OTC. I can't do this. I can't do that. I got the PDT rule. Shit. You said you can't deal with Kramer. Kramer's all right. I used to hate Kramer as well too, but now I'm changing up on Kramer a little bit. I'm changing up on Kramer a little bit because he made my folks some money on Apple, so I gotta shout him out for that. Shout out to you, Alex. 200 to 2400. That's what's up. Clay Trader out, man. Look, I don't like Clay Trader because he's a Michigan hick. That's what I don't like him. I grew up around a lot of people like him, and that's a dude. You know how those people that you can look at their face and you can tell dudes are racist, but I don't have proof, right? I don't have proof, but you're like, man, when that dude goes home, he probably is nigger this, nigger that. That's how I see Clay Trader, man. I can't fuck with people like that. Robinhood used to have infinite margin. Yeah, there was some kind of hack. Like, damn, I should have found out what that hack was. I would have got the margin and withdrew that shit, man. Y'all should have put a nigga on, man. Shit. You said he's a Kid Rock type of guy. Well, yeah. I would say that. I'd say that. Oh, man, you already know, man. Clay Trader is, goddamn nigger. I told you guys this story, a while ago about how, I remember when my dad had got this job in this kind of hick town. I was in seventh grade, and there was when was this? Yeah, about seventh grade, and it was GoldenEye 64 came out, and all the guys who played GoldenEye 64, man, that was a game that you spent hours on, right? So seventh grade, you're still relatively old enough to still do sleepovers. So Friday night, I go to this white dude's house, right, and we're sleeping over, right, and we're playing the game all night, man, going hard, back and forth, side to side, all that. Then I go to bed, and I'm thirsty, right? Thirsty. So I had already went earlier in the night to go down and get something to drink, so I knew where the refrigerator was. So I'm walking to go downstairs, and I just hear this dude's dad like, nigger, what the nigger. And this is it's an older white dude. It's an older white dude. So I'm scared. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what, man? Let me tell y'all what, I was counting the time till my mom came to pick me up. I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of this house. I don't know what he was yelling at, but everything out his nigger. Shit. I need to get up out of here, man. And I never went back to that house again, man. Never went back. Every time he'd come, hey, man, we need to come over and let's play. Dude, I just come up with some excuse, man. Hey, bro, you got to come to my house, man. You got to come to my house. I ain't can't fuck with you, man. Yeah, probably was. I don't know. I didn't want to go down the stairs because, he had them stairs that kind of creaked and shit. Them houses where you step on the stairs and it goes crack. So I just went back up, and I'm, again, counting down because I'm thirsty as fuck. And I'm just waiting for my mom to pick me up in the morning because to get the fuck up out of there. Somebody saying he was selling. Who was selling $2 AMD calls? Oh, okay. He was selling $2 AMD calls on margin using Robinhood's money. Okay, that's what's up. Selling oh, that would make perfect sense. That would make perfect sense because it's not going to hit $2. So, I mean, you're taking in very well. That makes perfect sense, Henri, because I mean, selling a $2 call, you're not taking in a lot, but if the margin is huge, then you can sell a whole lot of them and then make, okay, yeah, I see how that makes money. Absolutely. I don't even know what his strategy is. Clay trade, I have no idea. Most of these motherfuckers, you don't know what their strategy is, man. Somebody tell me what mad ass strategy is. Somebody tell me what these guys are selling $1,500 things. And again, I'm the only dude with a course that has a money back guarantee. You know what I'm saying? I got a money back guarantee on my shit. If you buy my course, you take the trade like I tell you to, and you don't make money, I'll give you $100 back. And it's only $100 for a limited time because, right now for the affiliate, if you pass my link, you only make $50, right? Because it's 50%. My affiliate is 50%. So I need to get that up to $200 so it really makes it worthwhile. Not saying that $50 ain't worthwhile, but $200 would make it worthwhile because that way, you buy $100 worth of ads on Facebook to push my shit. You get 3 sales in a month, just 3 sales. That's $300. That's, you made $200 profit. So it just makes more sense. Yeah, I put out so much damn content, but motherfuckers don't respect it because A, I'm black, and 2, it's free. But that's what our people need right now, man. We need to get this education out there. We need people to, because right now what we've had is 65 years of missed opportunities. And I told you guys I've tried to be a financial advisor while living in Detroit. Hello, my name is Lassal Inungu. I'm calling from Charles Schwab. I just want to let you know we've got a really great event going on right now. We'd like to have you come into the office and talk about opportunities, how we can grow your wealth. Baby, let me just stop you right there. Let me stop you right there, baby. We don't even do none of that stock market shit up in here. That stock market? We don't do none of that in here, baby. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste your energy. But that stock market shit is too much risk. Baby, you need to go up and get yourself a real job because I'm telling you right now, that stock market, we don't do that up in here. Okay? All right. Well, thank you for your time, man. I mean, so when your grandmother passes away and you don't get no real money, don't get mad at anybody else but her. Because trust me, from 2008, from 2010 to 2012, a brother was making calls, man. A brother was making calls. I called every old black nigga in Detroit. I called all the motherfuckers, man. Because you got to understand, the city of Detroit, most people are working poor. And the people who do have money are black folks over the age of 50, right? Because many of them, they got that GM check. And some of them were smart enough to put some money aside. But what many unfortunately did not do is they did not participate in the direct reinvestment program, the DRIP program that GM had. The white folks did. So you have a lot of white folks who every check from 1930, I think they started a program in the 1930s, to they still have the direct reinvestment program. But from the 1930s that they started it, every check, it was going into the stock. So they cashed out, and the rest of these black folks, they don't really got shit to show for it, but maybe $75,000, $80,000 stacked up if they were smart. You know. And back then I called because I was training to be a financial advisor. I was still training to take my test. So all I had to do while I'm studying to take my test is I show up and make calls. I just make calls to set up appointments for the actual licensed brokers. And here I am, the only brother in the office, and I'm like, okay, let me put some of these folks on to the stock market. You know what I mean? 2012, we were coming out of the recession. The money was, that Fed money, that TARP money was working its way in the system. It was coming up. At the time, I didn't have a strategy. All I knew was big box stuff, right? Verizon, Walmart, all the big names. Y'all know, when you first start trading, that's all the shit stuff that's in around the house. That's how you invest. And niggas didn't want to hear it, man. People didn't want to hear it. And I look back on those days as missed opportunities. There were a lot of people who could have got really rich. And there's a lot of old black folks right now in their early 70s, late 60s who could be rich if they just did the basics. Not even a lot of money, man. Just like $30 a month. I mean, you pull up tickers like SPY, man. You just pull up tickers like SPY. You could just go up and 1994, $46. $46 a share, at the beginning. Okay, sure. Maybe you're not smart enough to catch it at the beginning, but damn, you saw it go from 44 to 100 and then you still didn't touch it? You know what I'm saying? 44 to 100? What, 6 years later, 7 years later? I mean, come on, you're supposed to be an adult. You're supposed to be somebody who cares about their financial well-being. You got to get your money working, man. So, personally, I don't think there's any excuses for a lot of people who are in their 60s and 70s when they say they don't got no money for retirement, because so many of the stocks that are trading for hundreds of dollars today were literally trading for nickels and dimes way back when. Not literally, but so much cheaper than what they are now. It's our generation that's struggling, right? People under the age of 40, because we're having to trade stocks at some of these valuations that are insane. Insane valuations. So you can't even get a strong enough position to really make some money. Let me hear what you got to say, Alex. Let's see what you got to say, man. Let me call you right now. Let me call you right now, man. I'm calling you right now.
My brother, about to take my call.
Alex, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. I'm enjoying your show.
I appreciate you. Can y'all hear Alex on the phone? I want to see if they can hear you loud and clear. So what's going on with you, man?
Oh, man, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying everything I've learned. You've been a source of wealth. I've learned a lot from you.
Appreciate you, bro. You've been watching me for a long time. I appreciate you, bro.
No, I've been watching you for the longest, man. Yeah. And you've been a source of info, knowledge. You, Kylie Robb. I've learned a lot from Kylie Robb.
Shout out to Kylie Robb. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you were talking about the black people and the Hispanic, and I include myself in the Hispanic population. Man. They don't know much about the stock market. You can't blame them, man, because school they don't teach you this kind of stuff in school, man. And unfortunately, people take advantage of that. So one thing, it's something like I heard somewhere, I read it on paper or on books. The stock market needs a good source of losers. And unfortunately, that's what's happening right now. It's been going on for a while, man. You get into the market, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and people profit from it.
Mm.
So unfortunately, you don't learn that in school. So you can't really blame them for that because they don't know. That is very important. They just don't know.
I see what you're saying. I mean, yeah, if you're not exposed to it, then how do you ever know that that's a great opportunity to invest? And I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But you do have those people who do know and who did know what the stock market was, but just didn't bother to want to take the time to learn about that as a vehicle for financial upliftment. But I understand what you're saying, though.
Yeah. So that's the thing. America is the source of. You hear America, and all you think about America is the stock market, and unfortunately, they don't teach us that kind of stuff in school. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of one of the reasons why people don't know much about the market.
Absolutely. And Alex, I heard you because I remember talking to you about you were thinking about starting up a Spanish stock market channel. I think there's one or two other guys doing it now, but did you ever end up doing it?
I wanted to do that, man, but I just didn't feel like I was ready for it.
Okay.
I didn't know much back then to really start a Spanish stock market channel.
Gotcha.
So that's why I didn't do it.
Absolutely. No, I understand because once you start something like that, it's the test of your life. You know what I mean? Because you got to really know your shit, and people are going to test you, and you know what I mean? And you gotta make sure you know what you're talking about. So I get it.
Yeah, so that's why I've learned quite a bit. So maybe later down the road,
absolutely,
I may do it.
Absolutely,
if I have enough time. Listen, my favorite tickets, my favorite plays.
Mm-hmm.
AMD. I'm making a killing on that, man.
Yeah.
I was making a shitload of money today. I was at work. And then I saw this shit collapse. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta get out of this shit. I saved a couple of dollars, but AMD is still a solid play. It's got a nice.
Yeah, I mean it's still a really great stock. My thing is just overbought right now. That's all. I mean, and then of course with the news with the China shit that came out, you had some sellers run in there to take the opportunity to run out.
Yeah. It has had some good news. Good news with Apple. With Apple. What else? It's had some good news lately. So I'm loving it. I'm loving AMD. Mm-hmm. Roku. I've made a lot of money on Roku, man. Yeah. I've been playing it since they were at $99. I've been playing Roku for the longest. I'm a little scared about Roku with the news that came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they were going to sell a shitload of stock to buy this advertising company.
And you said Roku was going to do that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Some news came out yesterday. Yesterday or the day before.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to dump a bunch of shares. It has me a little hesitant about. So, but it's still a good play.
Absolutely, man. I mean, Roku right now showing that bullish confirmation, on that Keltner channel. It's just, yeah, man. It's a monster. It's a monster. I would definitely, be riding Roku higher. Even on these higher time frames. Again, you're just a bit overbought where you are right now, but definitely a stock that I would be riding right now. But AMD, I love AMD just because, I mean, what they give you in terms of for what you get for your money. That PE is pretty ridiculous, but that this is going to be definitely a higher price stock, moving forward.
The other thing I like about Roku is, regardless of the competition from Disney, Disney is gonna need a device like Roku to be able to play their content on a TV set. So you're gonna have to have Roku or a Roku device.
Hey, Alex, you're going out a little bit. I don't know if you're covering the microphone or what, but you went real low for a minute.
No, what I'm saying.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, regardless of Disney is gonna need a device like Roku to play their content. So I don't see any downside because of Disney. So I think that's a solid play.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think they're two very, very different businesses. So I don't see them being a threat to each other at all. So absolutely.
Yeah. My other play is Microsoft. Microsoft, I'm waiting for my entry. It's way too hot right now. So Microsoft, another solid play. It's got a nice uptrend. I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Just be patient. I would tell people just wait. Be patient. Wait for an entry. Let some people take profits and wait for a nice entry.
Yeah, I love Microsoft too. I mean, this is, for all the talk of tech companies, this is a tech company that actually makes money, that has, for the size and for the promise, a very low PE for what they go. They could actually be trading at twice PE than they are right now. So Microsoft still, in my opinion, still really, really cheap.
Dude, I don't look at that shit. I don't look at PE.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know much about the PE. Yeah. Another thing that I wanted to bring to your attention is about the SPY. I send you a text via Twitter. I'm a little concerned because he has broken that channel, man. It's broken that channel, and you may see it trying to get up there again. I just don't think it's gonna break out of that channel. So I'm seeing some downside on the SPY. And, that's not a good signal.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. At the end of the day, the SPY is very macro sensitive. I mean, it's very sensitive to global news and all of that crap. So right now we're still above the 10 moving average at 309.97. We're at 310.81. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I can't see where the futures is right now, but if we crack below that, then we'll see whether or not we find some support at, what is that, 307? Yep, 307.25 should be near support as it's been before. If we don't get 307 support, then of course we got 305. If 305 breaks, then it could get ugly. It's a good
stock to keep an eye for a dip buy, man.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got to dip buy, particularly again if the Fed is still buying, man. So I would definitely. This is going to be the dip buy of dip buys if you go in now. It was a great opportunity back in October to do exactly that.
Have some cash handy, people, because that's a good opportunity. If you see it dropping, that's a good buying opportunity. Another advice that I want to give you, audience, man. I've seen a lot of people trying to buy into this bullshit of UGAS and DGAS and JNUG. That's I wouldn't spend so much time on that bullshit, man, because that's not a stock for a beginner.
That's a Ricky Gutierrez play. That's where those came out of, man. They're coming from him because that's what he trades.
Yeah. Guys, I wouldn't be trading that shit, man, because that is so unpredictable. It moves so fast that you can fucking end up losing. You can lose your shirt, man. You lose your ass. If you don't know what you're doing, I would stay away from those kind of plays. They're just not predictable, too volatile, and the moves are so tremendous. So just be careful, guys. Don't be playing that shit. Stick with your normal plays, like your Rokus, your AMDs, easy to play. Yeah. And I'm telling you, you will make money, and you will learn how stocks move. That's how I've been learning how to play the stock market. Yeah. I started.
Would you say also, Alex, your patience is a lot better? Because I hear a more patient Alex than I did when you first started calling me.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Wait for your entry. Be patient. It will get to your price target. Just be patient. Patient pays. If you're patient enough, you will see the profits. But if you're going to take trades that are just not there, I guarantee you will lose money and you're going to give up. And, that's my advice to all the new traders. And don't give up. Because the majority of the people that don't make it in this industry is because they give up so easily. I've been doing this shit for 4 years. I've paid my share to the market. I've paid a lot of money, but I've been there. I didn't give up, and I'm still here.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna say I'm fucking rich, no, but I'm consistently profitable. I'm not making a shitload of money, but it feels good to protect you. I mean, it feels good that I'm protecting my capital, and I'm making a little bit of money extra. So just be patient and be consistent. Stay there. Just hang in there.
There it is, man. I appreciate you, Alex, man. Thank you so much for the call, bro.
Keep it up, man.
Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to Alex for the call. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to you for the call, man. Very grateful. Yeah, man. He was going in with the Rudy speech, you know what I mean? Shout out to Alex for the Rudy speech, man. I lost money, but I'm still here. Oh, man. I always been jealous of people with the Spanish accent. I lost the money, but I'm still here. Oh, shout out to Alex, man. Shout out to Alex, man. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Alex. You said life for business. You don't need school anymore. YouTube University is where it's at. Yeah, man, I already told. Look, I had told somebody else. I was talking to my daughter's mother. I was like, man, I'm not paying for her to go to no damn college. You know what I mean? Particularly if YouTube is going to. Most of these colleges, honestly, will probably end up going broke in the next 20 to 25 years. Or we're just going to have some different kind of form of education because the government just not going to have the money to give them anymore. And two, you're going to have a cost that's just so ridiculous that people just aren't going to go. Somebody said University of the People. I actually know somebody who went to the University of the People. There's actually, at Donzel, you know there's a real school called University of the People? Does it still exist? This was like 4 years ago. And I was like, yo, where you going to see? He's like, yeah, man. Like, man, I got to get home and get my class done, man. I was like, what class? I didn't know you was in school, man. Where you going to school? It's like, shit, man, it's too embarrassing. I can't really tell you. I was like, what, nigga, where you going to school, man? University of the People. Like, what? I had never heard that before, but I like their mission, though. I like their mission. It's just an embarrassing ass name. Actually, that name is embarrassing as hell, man. But that's an embarrassing ass name. But I mean, man, get your education, man. It's got the same what's the word, approval that all these other big schools got. So it's a free school, man. Get your education. At the school, they told me watch YouTube videos. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean YouTube. It's man. Anything you want to learn in school, you can learn on YouTube, man. Anything. The schools can't even keep up to what's going on in the business world. They can't. And these jobs out here don't even give a fuck about your degrees anymore. Anyway, I don't give a fuck about your education, man. Keep it a buck. Let's go on. At the end of the day, man, look. I was just really trying to go to school to fuck hoes. Be honest. You hate Litecoin, but on the 4th hour, be patient. LTC, are you talking about Litecoin, right? Are you talking about Litecoin? You said you wanted to be a computer scientist? Okay. It's never too late to choose what you want to be, man. If that's what you really want to be, you want to be a computer scientist, be a computer scientist, man. Now, if you're black, you got to go to school. I mean, because they ain't giving no self-train up, brother, no opportunity out here. But let me see here. LTC, definitely be no damn computer scientist. You walk in a room and like, hello, Latrarius Thomas. I would love to see your resume, please. Okay, all right. Well, you see that you have no education. I didn't see any education on your resume. Well, sir, I'm self-trained. I mean, I know everything about computers, and I read all the books that people who become computer science, they read at school. Anything you can ask me about the field, I can answer. But I don't see your degree. Well, unfortunately, nigga, you're unqualified. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. Again, I don't want to go into it. But y'all know what it is, man. That's real shit. School's a big waste. School's a big waste. No, my thing is I love trade schools right now, man. I love what trade schools are doing. I love trade schools. I think if you fresh out of high school, you look at one of these trades, pick up a trade, and if it's just like, and then think over whether or not college is really, but I think a trade education, I think it's a real good deal right now, man. Real good deal right now. Like, I met a brother not too long ago. He's a elevator tech. I didn't even know that was a damn job. And that's an apprenticeship job to be an elevator technician. He said he makes real good money. I didn't even know that was a job to be an elevator technician. And that's just apprenticeship. You just got to follow a dude around for a year or two. You're a PLC programmer. You told them went to school for programming, seeing the gaps in your resume. They end up putting you in IT communication. No clue what you're doing. Hilarious. Yeah. I'm glad you guys, nobody here bought those fake degrees I was selling. Y'all remember them fake degrees I used to sell on here? God damn, I've came a long way, boy. I was so desperate for some money. I was like, God damn, I need one of you niggas to buy these degrees. Because I need to make this rent. I had a website called 1minutedegree.com. And basically it was this company that was selling degrees that they had verified out in the Bahamas. And it was licensed by the Department of Catholic Education in the Bahamas. So it was a real degree. I don't want to say it was fake. It was a real degree from the school in the Bahamas, where if you bought this little $200 book, you answer some of the questions or whatever, and then they would send you the degree. So it was technically a real degree. And but it was from the motherfucking Bahamas. What do you think about the Iraqi dinar? Why would you buy the Iraqi dinar? That was an old hustle, man. I remember that dudes, hey man, after the war, the dinar is going to turn around and, you know, be worth something. That's an old hustle. Buying these war currencies. Yeah, Callie Rob know what I'm talking. That's an old hustle, man. Come on, man. You got hustlers in the building. We know that shit. That's an old hustle. But if you're talking currencies, man, I mean, the forex is a beast. I don't like forex because I can't take both sides of the position. See, that's where they get you, because in forex you don't have all the information. You just a motherfucker in the room in your pajamas, and you don't know that the prime minister is about to get shot, or somebody else know, but you don't know. So you go along, and next thing you know that happens, and you lose your ass. So forex is it's a hard game, man. It's a hard game to trade forex. But somebody said something about Litecoin, man. These altcoins. Maybe, and I wouldn't call Litecoin too much of an altcoin, but I lost favor for Litecoin when, again, what's his name? I think it's Mr. Lee, right? Mr. Lee. No, I'm not Nigerian. Definitely not Nigerian. Shout out to my Nigerians, though, but no, I'm not Nigerian. I'm Congolese. Thoughts on carrot bars, man? Them things is a joke, man. Come on, man. Easy D, man. Them carrot bars are a joke. The new carrot bars hustle. Look, shout out to Dynast. I'm a big supporter of Dynast. I've sent him money, but I've wrote him an email and I told him, man, you're gonna lose. You need to start playing with your audience with these carrot bars, man. Is that where you got it from, Easy D, from Dynast's channel? So for those of you guys who don't know, carrot bars is this quote unquote gold-backed cryptocurrency. And they're basically selling these little credit card bit-sized chips of gold. And the idea is that you're going to be able to build wealth off this, but it's really just a big old, I don't want to call it a Ponzi scheme, but I suspect it to be one in progress, where you sign up a lot of people and they get these little carrot bars. But the problem is that the only people who's going to buy them are other people who have carrot bars. There's no tradable market for that size of gold, man. That's not, see, if you're going to buy and sell gold, it's typically either going to be in gold coins if you can't actually afford an actual whole ounce. All right. Or you have to go out and get some bars. Someone's saying BitConnect. We had fun with BitConnect on this channel. We had a lot of fun with BitConnect when that fell apart, man. But yeah, carrot bars is a joke, man. Come on, man. Carrot bars is a joke. It's a joke, man. But BitConnect was actually paying people, though. That's the thing. I fucks with BitConnect for the fact that it was working for when it was working. It was working for when it was working. When BitConnect was working, motherfuckers was getting paid. I gotta give it to them. BitConnect was paying motherfuckers, though. And I on the low key, I was looking at some of them checks like, God damn, if I could get 500 people in my audience to get up on this BitConnect. But then something in my heart just told me, man, I can't fuck with it, man, because I don't have a love for Bitcoin, right? I don't see any value in Bitcoin. The idea of Bitcoin is scarcity, and I don't think that's just not enough of a use case for me to say it's a store of value. I just, I can't, I love stocks. I love gold, love silver. I love those things because they have other use cases, right? With Bitcoin, I mean, if you ain't got no lights, you ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no money. Well, is that all Ponzi schemes work at the beginning? Yeah, that's true. That's a good way to see things, Kelly Rob. Yeah. I love Monero. See, my thing is like, if you're gonna do Bitcoin, if you're gonna do cryptocurrency, it's gotta be something where it's like nobody can see what I'm doing. You gotta understand, Monero is so deep in terms of a security coin. Nobody can see your trade. You cannot tell who owns what. It's so deep. Understand, you can Google this on Monero. It's such a good coin that the feds had broke up a ring, right? A Monero, they were doing something but using Monero. It was a ring of, people selling drugs or whatever. They couldn't find out who was involved till today. This has been a couple years now because Monero is so good at hiding the people behind the money. I fucks with a coin like that. And I still own some of that, in some, account somewhere. I gotta still find the keys for that shit in the email somewhere. So Monero, that's the truth right there. That's the unbreakable coin, man. And you can Google it. All the real deep shit on the internet, they don't use Bitcoin, they use Monero. They use Monero for that, man. You get that browser that lets you go into the deep web. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. That part of the internet, you gotta, once you install it, you go there and you gotta erase your whole computer after you use it, because you see some shit that would just motherfuckers selling people and dead body parts. Nigga, I went to the deep web for like half a day. After I did that, I scrubbed that whole computer. I scrubbed the whole damn computer, bro. Because I didn't know if I had seen some shit I wasn't, supposed to see or what. Motherfuckers was selling body parts, like selling hands, and 1% each day would double your money in 100 days. Easy millionaire with BitConnect. Yeah, they were selling all kind of dreams, man. They were selling all kind of dreams. But man, shout out to all the people that are in here, man. Again, I was not expecting this many people. Like I said, I had promised myself I wasn't gonna come live again until I actually got my own damn course. MillionaireTradingAcademy.com. Again, my own course comes with a money back guarantee. And speaking of being a millionaire, one video or a couple of new set of videos that I'm going to add probably this weekend are the system where, the compound interest is a beautiful thing. But the problem with compound interest, especially when you go on these calculators, is you can't calculate for any losses, right? So you only have to take the after results and then, calculate a certain percentage of possible losses. But if you were to take $5,000, right? Take $5,000 in starting capital with a reinvestment of about $1,700 monthly, generating 25% yearly, right? You make nearly $1 million. I hope I'm saying that right. Somebody can do the math. You make $1 million, I want to say by year 12. By year 12. Good night, Alex. I'm about to head out myself. I'm about to let y'all go in just a minute. But I'm going to present that into the course, and we'll make a video about that too as well. But I'm going to be coming live again because I see there's still demand, so that's good. If y'all still want to see me, I'll come back on. But I wasn't gonna come back on until I got that course done. Yeah, hit that like button, man. Appreciate that. What do I think about Dan Pena? Shout out to Dan Pena. I think he's the real deal. But my problem is that I look through what Dan Pena is saying, and there's really no like step by step. I get it. Like, go to the bank, ask them for money. I get it. You got to have your shit together, though. So you're going to have your corporation. You got to be incorporated. You got to have your federal EIN, blah, blah, blah. And then you're supposed to go out and get purchase agreements on assets that generate income. So go out and get like laundromats and shit like that, businesses. Go to the bank with the purchase agreement. Say, hey, I don't have no money. I don't have this, but hey, this business generates income. If you were to give me a loan for that, according to the current income statement generated by the business, I'm able to meet the obligations of the loan. And then the bank says, A-OK. Right? Good night, Savvy Strands. So my thing is that supposedly there is a torrent out there for him that gave out the spiel on exactly how to talk with the bankers. That's what if you're going to really do what Daniel Pena is, that's what you need. I love the idea. I agree with him wholeheartedly that money is cheap, and there are banks that are desperate to give out money. But there's got to be a process in terms of how do I speak to these people to get them to give me money for a business without me not having any experience in the business, and also not any credit, any business credit like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, just type in, what's his name again? I mean, I know his name, Dan Pena. Just Google Dan Pena. His videos are all over the place. He just recently got popular, right, over the last like 3 years, thanks to Dan Locke and a couple other people. But he's been around for a long time. He's been around for a long time. And everything that he puts out is on his page is free. For example, his whole course is free. His course is free because he's made so much money that he says he doesn't have to charge for it anymore. I'm gonna get that 1,000 from Yang Gang and short the SPY during election time. Yeah, I'm about to watch the elections, the debate now. I know it's over, so I'm gonna have to catch to see what that is. So I'm gonna get up out of here. It's been 2 hours. You know, I'll come on here. I always say it's gonna be 35, 40 minutes, and then I just start running my mouth about these tickers. So I'm gonna get up out of here, and let's see what happens with this China deal situation, man. This is really an interesting time. There's so much easy, cheap money going around. And look, guys, you don't have to rewrite the wheel here. You know what I mean? Go get yourself some QQQ. Go get yourself some SPY. Go get yourself some, whatever it is, man. Some high quality stock. And just, follow the moving averages. Keep your money in there. And it's growing, man. There's a lot of cheap money out here. Take it. Take it. Don't get lost in these shitty little cannabis stocks, these penny plays that are losing you money. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Just get the money where the money is being given. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Dawson, man. Millionaire Trading Academy, you said it's not coming up? Okay, I'm going to have to look that up and see if I messed up on the URL real quick, because I know it's I got it let me see. 1 second. Yeah, it's still coming up. MillionaireTradingAcademy.com. Yeah, it's there, man. Don't scare me like that, bro. Don't scare the shit out of me like that, man. Hilarious. What do I think about the SPY MACD strategy on the daily chart? Well, first, I think you need to get out the daily chart, but I can understand. I don't use MACD that often. But I mean, if you're going to use MACD, just use a crossover strategy, man. You're going to use MACD. But, you know, MACD is telling you that obviously it is currently a bit overbought. You know, but like I said, this dip buy is going to be an incredible buying opportunity, just like the beginning of October. See, into September, we started selling off, right? And obviously, you know, if you look at October 3rd, you had gotten to the market. Man, what an incredible buying opportunity that was. And this is on QQQ, by the way. But let me look at your SPY. Yeah, same thing. I mean, it was an incredible buying opportunity. So let the market sell off. It will cool off. It's going to find the support, and we're going to get back running again. So, you know, let your moving averages lead you, and you know, just pull up your support levels. If you don't know how to find that, go on barchart.com. They literally give you the S1, S2s, right? Support 1, support 2. They'll tell you what it is. So, yeah, them Friday shows used to get wild, but man, them people were watching me, man. Them people were watching me, getting me reported and blocked and shit. Was fucking up my money. Good night. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Yeah, let me get up out of here. I know y'all got to go to work for the man tomorrow. All right. I got some videos, more videos to add to my page. So, until then, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for all of you who came to join me today. Yes, indeed. I appreciate everybody who came in the building. I appreciate everybody who came in the building. So, shout out to all of you guys. Big Ash, Dawson, Uber Eats, man. Appreciate you, bro. I know you're doing your thing on Instagram. I don't think you posted in a minute, though. Maybe I haven't checked. Kylie Rob, I appreciate you, bro. Legendary Eights, Jim Gray, House of Cars. Who else was in here? Freedom Traders. Donzel Essex. Savvy Strands. Alex Montez. Kenny Dutton, I appreciate you, bro. Yes, indeed, man. People who've been watching me for a long time. Shout out. I'm so grateful, man. Y'all don't know how grateful I am to see so many of the people who've been watching me for so long still coming in to kick it with me, man. I appreciate y'all. So, but again, I had set it as a goal that I wasn't going to come back until I got that done. So that's done. Started off at like 4 hours. I cut it all the way down to like an hour and a half course, because some people just, you know, they love it, but they don't love it that much to where it got to be that long. You know, them 18-hour, 20-hour courses, looking back on it, those that came out a couple of years ago, those were ridiculous. Most people didn't watch the whole thing. People wanted straight, no chase to get to the point quick. I think you're gonna love that about that. Appreciate you, Ken. It's MillionaireTradingAcademy.com, man. Again, just take a look at it, read up on it. You ain't gotta buy it right now. I mean, but you know, if you fuck with me like that, I appreciate the support. MillionaireTradingAcademy.com. Do I need the HTTP? HTTP. I don't know what it is. But yeah, you know how to get there, man. MillionaireTradingAcademy.com. Fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Go see what it's about. If that's something you'd be interested in. But yeah, until next time. I think Monday, Wednesday sounds good. I like Monday, Wednesday, and then just me putting out a bunch of shit for the rest of the week. That sounds good. Shout out to O'Shea. I might steal his malt liquor sippers, because I love my malt liquor on Fridays. Frustrated Black Man podcast is coming too. I already got 3 episodes for the Frustrated Black Man. So Frustrated Black Man podcast is real raunchy. So no children, please. No children, please. On that podcast. So if you ain't really, I got, what's his name? This brother at Power and Strategy. Yeah, Power and Strategy is a channel on YouTube. All this dude is talking about is how to get hoes and how to be a pimp, and so he's one of my first guests on the Frustrated Black Man podcast. That was a really good build. So look out for that soon. But yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your night and a great morning. Happy trading. Talk to you again soon. I'm out.